everyone, it is I, the Fable of Fables, your new best friend. I'm reacting to Sky Lynx. To be honest, he's a character I really want to know more about, because he's very confusing. He's essentially a dragon, and he can split into two parts, and he's a very interesting character. Let's learn more about him. Ever since I saw his design, I'm like, huh, I want to learn more about you. What is your deal, my dude?
No doubt the subject of this week's episode would find it outrageous that this series has been allowed to run this long without covering his storied history. These are the basics on the Autobot space shuttle who's convinced he's just playing better than everyone else.
Oh my god.
Sky Lynx.
No, Sky Lynx, why?
The original Sky Lynx toy was first released in 1986. Like most of the Transformers toy line up to that point, the toy was a pre-existing design that Hasbro had licensed from a Japanese company, in this case one called Toybox. However, Toybox had never actually released the figure themselves, so its inclusion in the Transformers line marked its first time on shelves. Definitely one of the most unusual figures in the original toy line, Sky Lynx was a single—
Yeah, no kidding. He literally has two parts to his body. He has a dragon-like, he has a bird-like thing when he's flying alone, and a lion-like body, and together he looks like a dragon.
Transformer who could divide himself into two components. A space shuttle, which transformed into a dinosaur-like bird monster, and a crawler transporter on top of which the shuttle fitted, which transformed into a robotic big cat. Yeah. Though in practice, Transformers media tended to treat the transporter more like a sort of cargo pod that remained attached to the shuttle even while it was in flight. The two beasts could combine into a dragon-like super robot, referred to by some sources as Dinoblast mode, which would generally be presented as Sky Lynx's standard robot mode. The crawler component was motorized, allowing the toy to roll forward in vehicle mode or march into action in beast mode.
I love Dinoblast mode, that sounds hilarious.
There's some evidence to suggest that Sky Lynx might have originally been conceived as a Decepticon character, but this idea was dropped, and he was instead characterized as the fearless and daring Lieutenant Commander of the Autobots, full of energy, always ready to spring into action, but also a boastful, egotistical bot who believed himself—
Gotta always have that one egotistical bot, huh? I love Sky Lynx's design though, it's very confusing and amazing at the same time.
Superior to all those around him.
Oh my god.
The commercial for the Sky Lynx toy presented him as a rival for the Decepticon combiner team, the Predacons. And it was in this capacity that he was introduced into the Transformers animated series, debuting at the beginning of the show's third season to rescue Autobots Blur and Wheelie and human ally Marissa Fairborn after they were stranded on Jupiter's moon Io, where he trounced the Predacons in combat. He went on to appear regularly throughout the season, serving as space transport for the Autobots and clashing with the Predacons again, constantly singing his own praises all the while, much to the annoyance of his comrades.
Save your ammunition, Autobots! Superior forces are taking over! Well, Commander Modesty's here!
Some of his most famous adventures saw him lead an alliance of animal Transformers against the energy being Tornadron, and aid one of the alien Quintessons in bringing Optimus Prime back to life. In the Marvel comic book, meanwhile, Sky Lynx was an old friend of Wheeljack's, who came to Earth at the request of his buddy to help the Autobots depose their tyrannical new leader, Grimlock. Sky Lynx's comic book adventures often landed him in trouble with aliens.
So here's the funny thing, Grimlock isn't a good leader, especially in the Marvel comic when he took over, to my understanding, if you watch the basics of Grimlock, when he took over as the Autobots leader, he was tyrannical. I love him so much, but Jesus Christ, Grimlock. Jesus Christ.
Such as when he was forced into performing at the intergalactic traveling circus, the Cosmic Carnival.
I want to go to the Cosmic Carnival? I want the— you know what, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that carnival now, guys. It's mine now.
or when he was almost eaten by the metal-munching Mechanibals.
Oh my god.
Now, it seems like the comic's creative team didn't really understand how Sky Lynx's toy worked, as the series incorrectly depicted him as sort of a triple changer.
I think it'd be kind of cool if he was a triple changer, but that's just me.
Who transformed from bird to cat instead of splitting in two. After Sky Lynx's toy was discontinued in 1988, he quietly faded from view, and he wouldn't be heard from again until the 21st century, when Hasbro began reusing his name at random on a variety of new characters unrelated to the original, as a way to keep their trademark on the name active. Strangely, all the new bots to bear the Sky Lynx name introduced during these years were evil ones, including a Minicon cargo plane from 2005's Transformers Cybertron, a Decepticon jet from the live-action movie universe, featured in the Transformers 3D battle card game in 2007.
A 3D battle card game sounds amazing. I wonder what that's like.
And most prominently, a Predacon released in the Transformers.
Dude, that design looks amazing. Holy crap, I want that.
Prime toy line in 2013. A recolor of fellow Predacon Skystalker from the same series, this Sky Lynx bore the most resemblance to the original, being a winged dragon in white, red and blue, but that was about where the similarities ended. Though they shared a name with the original Sky Lynx's old rivals, the Predacons of this series were also completely different characters. They were clones of ancient Cybertronian reptiles grown in a lab by Decepticon scientist Shockwave from fossilized remains. As seen in the Transformers Prime animated series, this Sky Lynx was something of the straight man to his snickering fellow Predaclone, Darksteel. He served the Decepticons until Shockwave's first Predacon clone, the rebellious Predaking, defeated the pair in battle and made them swear loyalty to him, then led them in helping the Autobots defend Cybertron against the Dark God Unicron.
Oh my goodness.
Prime's 2015 sequel series, Robots in Disguise, went on to detail how Starscream later used the hidden arsenal of the Decepticon fortress Darkmount to destroy the two turncoats.
Starscream, why do you like this? Why do you destroy everything?
Although he hadn't been on toy store shelves or TV screens, the original Sky Lynx hadn't been forgotten during these years, with a handful of minor media appearances here and there, including Dreamwave Productions comic books, in which he was hijacked by the Decepticons while in shuttle mode, and IDW Publishing's comics, in which he was part of an Earth-based Autobot unit
Seriously,
involved in a
look how
series of
freaking
battles
cool
centered
that
on
is!
the ancient Cybertronian relic.
How can people not like Sky Lynx? Well, to be honest, his personality is kind of annoying, but honestly, look at his design, it's amazing!
The enigma of combination. Besides the Prime Predacon, his colours also inspired an exceptionally rare Japanese exclusive recolor of the Transformers Cybertron Scourge toy, given away as a contest prize in TV Magazine in 2005. But the original Sky Lynx himself wouldn't get a new toy until 2016, when one was released as part of the Combiner Wars.
Holy crap, that looks amazing, dude. Check it out. The colors, the design, it's so bulky, but jeez, it's amazing.
Line. This new figure didn't split into two components like the original, transforming straight from shuttle to Dinoblast mode. Instead, it could combine with any 4 compatible figures from the series to form the lynx-headed super robot Skyrain. The toy line paired Sky Lynx with Hound, Smokescreen, Trailbreaker, and Wheeljack, but when the team was released in Japan, Smokescreen was swapped out for Ratchet. An even more different combination would be seen when Skyrain was briefly featured in IDW's comics, after Galvatron succeeded in acquiring the Enigma of Combination, and used its powers to temporarily enslave and fuse Sky Lynx with Cosmos, Thundercracker, Sunstreaker, and Slugslinger, until they were freed by the aerial bots.
Not Thundercracker.
In 2020, another new Sky Lynx toy was released.
Okay, that is really cool too. I love him, dude. I love Sky Lynx.
In the Transformers Earthrise toy line. This one, a faithful update of the original, complete with both combining components. Plus, the transporter could now also transform into a launch base for the shuttle.
Ooh.
This new toy inspired Sky Lynx's return to television in Netflix's tie-in Earthrise cartoon in early 2021. This
Ooh.
series detailed how, long ago, before Optimus Prime became Autobot leader, Sky Lynx's ego was so great that he believed he should be the next bearer of the Matrix of Leadership, and demanded that its guardian Alpha Trion bestow it upon
Sky
him.
Lynx, why
For
do you
his
like
arrogance,
this?
Alpha Trion banished Sky Lynx to the void of nothingness known as the Dead Universe. His exile in this realm taught Sky Lynx humility, and years later, when a space bridge explosion transported a group of Autobots and Decepticons into his prison, he put his new wisdom to use counseling a struggling Optimus Prime, then sacrificed his life intercepting a
Sky
Decepticon
Lynx,
attack to buy the
no!
Autobots time to escape back to reality.
Chat, why?
A big bot with a memorably weird look and a personality that ensures that even if you don't like him, you won't forget him. Sky Lynx has also recently been appearing in the pages of IDW's new rebooted comic book series, with all his usual self-important bluster. And while you're keeping yourself busy waiting for the next time he deigns to show up and grace us with his peerless presence, just remember the advice of the bot himself. Before you do anything, ask yourself, is this what Sky Lynx would do in your position? And you won't go far wrong.
You know what? You wanna know what? I'm gonna live my life like that now. Every time I have to draw and I'm having trouble, I'm gonna think, dang man, what would Sky Lynx do? That'd be great.
And those are the basics on Sky Lynx. Do you think he lives up to his own hype, or is he a little
He
bit too
kinda
much
does.
for you? Share
He
your
kinda
opinion
does,
in the
actually.
comments. Don't forget to subscribe.
Alrighty, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. I loved learning about Sky Lynx. If there's any other characters you want me to react to, please do let me know. Remember, check out Chris McFreely. If you guys want to support me, you can go to my Ko-Fi. You can donate there to my Ko-Fi. I'm trying to save up to buy a Live 2D model. Or if you just want to support me and just be like, hey, Fable, you are a handsome man. You are doing the best you can. You lovely lady. Here's some money. Only do it if you're feeling generous, guys. Don't do it because, just to make me do stuff. That's not fair. I want you guys to take care of yourselves first and foremost. Again, check out Chris McFreely. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to learn more about Transformers. And I'm really glad I'm learning a lot because, geez, Transformers has a lot of beautiful, rich history, and I love it. Alright, bye.